Hello, happy paper people. Sharon here. If you can't tell by the tray, I always use it. I'm really excited about the project I'm about to share with you. I got really jazzed about this when I had like an epiphany playing with toilet paper tubes, and I made little shadow boxes. I'll show you those real quick, and then I'll share some pictures on the Facebook group Close Up. But if you want to see or do this project and share it, please join us at Happy Paper People on Facebook. Alright, let me get this out. Okay, first of all, I have these most adorable, this one looks like my mom, by the way, which is crazy, little shadow boxes. And there's a bunch of different ways to do them. I have a few here. I made 6 of them. I love her because I put a veil over her face. Like, it's just really cool. Looks like her wedding day. This one's just got like a little bit of embroidered flower in it and some antique pearls, and it says "Be Amazed." This girl actually came out of one of the 1960s 17 magazine ads, and I know that they're shiny. I made them shiny on purpose with glossy accents after I got them in their frame. So I hope the glare isn't weird. I just did that on purpose because I wanted them to look like photos. This one's actually a Fomemo sticker, and it's a gypsy lady, and I put like a dangly tassel bead on the bottom. I played with them in a bunch of different ways, and it was really fun. This girl, it is her wedding day. She's got a veil on, and she's kind of gypsy, and I wrapped it with some fringy fabric and then put layers of lace behind her, and I just think she turned out beautiful. There's even some stickles on her veil there. So I'm going to put this away, and we're going to make at least one so I can show you how and give you the tips that I learned along the way. One of the things that I learned was if you want to put something on your frame like fabric or lace or Julie, I know you've been asking about what to do with that tool. This is the perfect thing. You can also put it behind there. So wrap your frame first, and it actually makes it easier when you go to glue it down to whatever. And these are mini shadow boxes, so you can get real creative with what you put inside of here. For today's purpose, I think we're just going to do her, but we might cut her out and put her on some different paper, like a photo. So let me pull these aside. These ones I actually sprayed, notice the hands, with, I love this stuff, you guys. Even the paper that's inside the box gets really like crinkly and awesome when it dries, and this will age anything, and I just love it. And I don't know if it's a fine mist spray for fabric and paper, and it's Adirondack Ranger brand, butterscotch and espresso, and then I hit it up with a little glimmer mist, Tattered Angels at the end, and I even took some that I had mixed with some copper and like spattered it on there, and I got the coolest effect, really. I'm gonna check my camera really quick. How are we doing there? We're good. Now you can always see my coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, not at all. So I have another suggestion, and that is if you're not gonna just put a picture in there, do anything that you want to do on the flat surface, not what you would put in the little, let me grab one, not what you would put in the little lip here, but, oh, there's an extra piece of paper in there. There we go. But do all that stuff before you glue it down. It just makes it so much easier. I mean, you could put all that stuff in there, but if you want it to run from edge to edge, go ahead and do it the other way, and just do your flat surface first, and then when you get your frame on there, wrapped or unwrapped or painted or inked or whatever, I mean, because you can treat that any way you want. You could color that even, or dip it in wax. There's a lot of options. Dip it in a candle. but it just makes it easier to go from edge to edge and to get the effect that you're looking for before you start layering stuff in the front. The other thing is, do you see the different thicknesses here? It depends on where you're going to put it. You could certainly make it into, say, a Christmas ornament, or put it on the front of a card, or put the kids' photos in there from school and send them to Grandma after you decorate them all up, and maybe hang them on something from the top. You would just punch a hole there. But if you're going to put it inside the journal, see how thin you can get it. This is just a toilet paper tube or a paper towel tube. And I just sat and cut different thicknesses, and then I decide with each project, you know, what am I going to want to put in the front of there, how thick do I want it to be, and do it like that. Anywho, I'll throw those over there. These would make great Christmas ornaments too, or just something to hang on your wall. You know, be a great gift for Grandma or Dad, or Father's Day with the kids, or a picture of the two of you. It would just be fun to play with. So, and this is that spray too. All I did was take the paper towel or the baby wipe, and you know, when I sprayed those, there was a lot of pool. So I got that, and that's why my hands are yellow. I look jaundiced today. Not the look I'm going for here. Alright, so put some less distracting paper down, because I've been working pretty hard on this. It's holding up, but it's just a paper bag that I have underneath there. Okay, so I have a few things out here, and I might even make one with, look at this little, I have these little people, and look, she could be an angel on like a fun mixed media background, like this maybe. How cute is that? That would be adorable. You could probably dangle these from the spine if you treat them like jewelry too. It would, you know, just make sure that you have something stiff behind. This is a piece of substrate, and this is a great a way to start, actually. I am, though, going to do her, so that'll be a little different. I'm going to grab a piece of decorative paper, and then we'll just cut her out and stick her on there. Something with flowers, or, ooh, that's pretty. We'll do that one. We'll do that. This has the butterflies on the back that I cut out to put on that little person. I've had so much fun making these, because there's so many ways to go about it. Alright. So, these are stickers that I make with my Fomemo, and I usually put a few of these in my orders on Etsy. I'm considering, do I make some and sell them on Etsy, you know, because I just come up with some bizarre stuff too, like things you wouldn't think of or know where to find. But I don't know about the copyright on that. I mean, these are all old pictures, but you know, she's on white, so I think I'm just gonna cut her out on the sticker and see if she'll come off, and if she doesn't, then we'll just stick the whole thing down, because she's actually one of the white ones. I have like a gold sticker paper that's like kind of clear. It's kind of see-through. And that was the one the gypsy lady was on that I had. And then I have, I don't know if I have any left right now, clear sticker paper, and it's very shiny. This one, it's thermal. It's nice and flat, actually, and I like using it. So I think we're going to do full cameo here and cut her off at the neck. We'll go like this. Maybe we'll even give her some sort of a lace down here. Maybe that's the way to go. Maybe a piece of this. Nah, I don't like that. Or some doily. Yeah, I don't like that. I should like that, but I don't like that. I've used that a lot. Maybe some of this. That looks kind of cool, but I think there's too much of it, because we're working in a small space, and then after we get the ribbon or silk or lace wrapped around it, it'll be even different. So, what if we gave her a little antique-y neckline here? That looks kind of cool. I don't use this kind of lace very often. It drives me crazy. I cut off that little edge sometimes. Okay, let me see how this looks. Look at her. She's pretty. Okay, we're going to do that. So I'm going to see if I can get this off, and if I can't, I'm just going to go for it and glue the whole thing down. Sometimes it works if you roll it. They're very good stickers, or they would be easier to take off their back. Okay, we're gluing the whole thing down. That's it. I used glossy accents a lot for the adhesive on those too. It was just, I had it in my hand and I was putting pearls and stuff in, so it worked really good for that. And I even sprinkled a little glitter on the extra glue. Notice the metal nib here? Finally got some bottles. Alright, so we want to put her about right there, I think. And wipe it away. Get up. Alright, and I've got some fabric glue. I'm so low on this already. It's one of those things where they're like, oh yeah, this bottle lasts forever, but not for me. Not at the rate that I use things, so nope. So like that. And then this is probably good. And we can trim it after we get the rest on. You can do any kind of background you want on here. I mean, you could go to town and ink and tear paper and, you know, stamp and do all the things that we do. So I'm going to kind of tuck this in, and because I'm covering the whole thing, this is an old silk scarf. I figured this was the best way to use it up. And I like those raw edges too, like if there's a piece sticking out, or what I did was I tucked it in so that it's covered and it'll stay. I mean, once we glue it down, it's not going anywhere, but you can have a tie at the top where it would hang, even if it's glued down inside your journal. Make it look like there's gravity in there. I might do that with this one actually. I haven't done one that has a thing at the top yet. I've done them with the tails at the bottom, not the top. Okay, let me get another piece here. And you can make this as fancy or not fancy as you want, obviously. Gel crayons would work for this. Any sort of spray. I even took the first batch outside. I haven't cut those ones off yet. I haven't decided how I want to do those ones, but I took those ones outside, glued down to a piece of substrate, and hit them with some teal spray paint, some flat teal spray paint. And they look pretty cool. I just don't have them handy right now. They're outside. Kind of twisting it so I get some rough edges here. I have to secure the other side where I started. I don't think I covered that well enough. So, just a little cover like that. Make it look all tattered, or don't. It's up to you. Then I'm just gonna put a little glue in there, and then we'll add stuff to it anyway, but we'll do that after we cut it out, like on the back. We'll see. I might before. I have the prerogative to change my mind along the way. That's what makes me, you know, I was talking to somebody recently and I said, you know, what's the worst that could happen? You can, all of this is mixed media. Do it any way you want. Do what makes your heart happy. And then you'll find a difference in your work at that point, because it's going to flow better and it's going to feel right. If you force it, it doesn't feel right. You know, if you're just trying to do it because everybody else is doing it, take your time. Figure out what makes your heart tick. Make it you. Or don't. Just or just do it however you see it that you like and go from there. You know, no big deal. It's so sticky to touch the fabric tack. I'm going to try this. I mean, I want it sticking out, but maybe just not like that. I don't like that. Yeah. Now at this point I could take a smaller ribbon. I hope I'm on screen here. I could take a smaller ribbon and wrap it, like treating it like a wreath almost. Remember that? Ladies, lady crafters, lady craft buddies. We all did that at one point or another. I still do sometimes. But, you know, take your wreath making skills and apply them here. Won't hurt a thing. Be cool to have like an outdoor. I did a outdoor Christmas tree one year, but I would have taken these and covered them in moss from my walks in the woods real well and done something in the center. I mean, you could put anything on these. Anything you want. And you can make them any shape you want. I think I'm going to go ahead and make that the bottom because there's going to be stuff. I can't get it to behave, so there'll be stuff right there and it won't make a difference. Oh, she's pretty. We like her. These are super white, so I'm going to give it a little bit more of this. There. Look at her. She's so pretty. And we have this as our bottom. Now I did make a heart-shaped one. That's one of the ones that's outside. You can do it any way you want. It's your project. I'm going to go with the diamond, sort of diamondy shape here. I don't know, what is that shape called, ladies? When it's pointy at the top and bottom? I should know this, but I don't think I've ever asked that question. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we don't. And then I have some little flowers here I'm going to add after. I'm not sure which ones, but I'm going to evaluate, is there anything that needs to go down now before I glue this part down? I might use that. I love these. I think that can go after if I use it. I'm going to stickle across here, but I can do that after. Let's see. Band. This is such a fun all about. And I don't need all of her hair in there. I don't know what I'm thinking. I just need it like that. I might use pink. Who knows? That might lighten things up a bit. This, I think, see, if I used this, I would want to, boy, that's pretty in there, isn't it? Maybe I do want to use that. I would want to put it in probably ahead of time if I use this. That's what I was saying. I mean, some of them at least. Let's see here. That's pretty with the green, huh? So let's decide exactly where they need to go. Alright. Maybe after. So I can glue them to the frame. Boy, those are pretty. I never really looked at those very good. Maybe they go with that. This is paper also. It's made of the same stuff. Okay. So I'm going to glue this down. I'm going to get crazy and glue it down. And then we cut it out after. Make sure I don't want to glue anything else down underneath it. Maybe a little veil, or no. I think just like that is fine. Not a sticky. Okay, so Fabri-Tac is probably your best bet here. It'll dry faster. And then after I cut it out, I also go around the edges at the base on the outside. Just because inevitably there'll be a spot that you can see a little light behind. It is inevitable. So we're gonna go right there because I want to leave space to do like the flowers up the side. And then hold it, because I could have had one of these done first. I'm gonna put this on here. These other ones that I had started. And maybe we'll decorate one of these real quick. How's that? So that was before I discovered I liked to do the frame first. And this is one of those clear foam memo stickers I stuck over some book page. And I think she's beautiful. But let's just give her a little zhuzh real quick here. What do we want to put in there? I think one of these. Sorry, my dog started barking. Mailman was here. Okay, so where were we? I set that on there so she could dry, which worked out better anyway. Oh, look, it's that thermal paper. Look what happens. This is really cool. All right, so let's give her a little something here and then we'll work on her real quick. I was thinking I would maybe give her some of this lace that I cut up here. Maybe something to her hat. I'm just going to do it. Just put it down. I'm going to go ahead and use glossy accents for this because I'm going to have it out for the pearls anyway. Oh, this one, right? And let's put... Put one of these down here. I don't want to cover her face, so let's cut one of these this way. And probably a little curving going on here. Just like that. That was a guess. That, oh, she's cute. So I'm going to add some pearls here, probably some gold around the edges, and then we'll work on her, and I'll finish her later, like whatever I decide to put on the back, because I want to show you how to cut that out and how to treat it after that. Pearls. I've got a little teeny tiny jar here. Little teeny tiny pearls, and then I want my little centerpiece, and I've got all colors over here, like I even have some little stars. There's a pink one. How about gold? I've got a little gold one for the centerpiece there. And with the pearls, what I do is take a pin and move around if any of the holes are showing, because I don't want it to look like a bead, obviously. I want it to, like that, just like that. So just move it around on its side, just like that. It's helpful to have a pin handy when you're doing this anyway. So, and then push it in there. And then I even went so far as to take the glossy accents and put a little down in the corners, and then I put stickles on it, but I think this time I want to try glitter, just a little around the edges, because I've got this super fine Martha Stewart sort of ultra fine glitter here. I wonder if I need another one of the yellow beads, pearls. I do want to put one of these up here though, because there's plenty of glue. Yeah, just one. So we're going to try this. It might make a mess. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Glitter always makes a mess. I don't, it's wishful thinking if I think it's not gonna. So, but I don't have a lot of glue on here. The only glue I have on here right now is where I put it. So we're going to just, ooh, it's going to be pretty, I think. Little glitter on that lace. It's pretty cool on the flower. Yeah, all right. A little tap on the back. Boy, that is fine. Let's see, ooh. Okay, that's pretty. As far as glitter goes. Let's see if I can get it off this paper because it's pretty fine. I thought worst case scenario, I don't hate this color together, so. Now, let's put this over here and close it up. I got some on my desk, didn't I? I don't use glitter very often because it just goes everywhere. So let's, I guess while we're at it, we can throw some lace behind her real quick. Maybe a piece of this. This will help to stick it down too. Just keep in mind, every time you add a little layer, you're going to have a little bit more bulk. So maybe with the skinnier ones, yeah, I don't like that one. Hey! Sorry. Sorry about that. My dogs sounded vicious, but they decided they were going to fight over that spot on the guest bed. Don't know why. It was just important all of a sudden. They're brats. I think my old lady was sleeping and he made her mad. Okay, so I grabbed a little bit of paper here and I decided this new paper with that old picture and a little bit of, you know, mix of this and that. I have been using my bit bucket for this and I pulled some of that out too, just to see kind of what I liked with that and see how that copper and the purple really go together. It's really nice actually. So I think I'm going to do that. I also have this gold piece. I have a little bit of this. Told you were going to need those bit buckets, ladies, and I think every future project that I have for you on my lists right now requires the bit bucket. So, well, I mean, you could certainly cut from big pieces, but they're bit bucket pieces, you know, like it's going to be nice to use up all those little teeny tiny pieces that, you know, you don't want to throw away and you treasure a little bit, or, you know, your favorite papers. Let's see how wide we want this. I just want to give this some shape. It's that or tear it. I do love this paper. So, giving myself a little edge so that I can use that. I think it says beautiful. Oh no, thankful. And then decide how I want to do this. So, could be any shape you want, doesn't matter. I just decided I'm going to go for this sort of a shape this time. And then I'm going to add some lace in between. Maybe this. I don't know, that's too much. I kind of want that paper to really show. Ooh, maybe some tulle. This is another job for tulle, isn't it? It really shows. You can add a lot of tulle and not add any bulk, too. I love that. I've got this. Oh, there we go. This is one that I sprayed with this stuff in my box. I actually, before I sprayed it, I had sprayed something else and it was pooling up, and I was like, oh, this peach stuff is way too peach. I'm gonna put that in there, and look, I mean, it even has some little stuff that is in between the holes, and I like that. It's a little grungy now. It's pretty awesome in my opinion. Not everybody likes grungy. You don't have to. You make it yours, all of it. So with this stuff, sometimes it's fun to just tear it because it gets some better edges on it. There we go. So I want to actually fold a couple over. Just make yourself a nice little uneven. You could certainly make it even, or make a flower or a butterfly shape or whatever you want, really. This is more of a flower shape. And what I did right here, I cheated. I used my stapler for this part. So I'm going to decide, is there anything else going on this? And you can trim it afterwards too. Oh, where was that piece of doily I was going to use? This is kind of cool too. But I don't want to cover that anymore. I want that part to show now, I guess, is what I'm saying. Oh, this lace right here totally did the same thing. Look at that. Now, if you're going to put tails on it, this is where you might want to do it. Otherwise, you'd glue them to the back. I mean, you can get them on there any way you can figure out to do it. Maybe I'll take a piece of that and just throw it over there. Cut a little bit off. You know what I think? I want to do this. Fold it in half if you want to get those tails. Give yourself a snip, because I'm going to have that sticking up out at the top. And kind of wrinkle that up, or out of the side. The bottom. Maybe I'll do the bottom there. And I had one more piece that I was thinking of using here. This is fun, right? It's so pretty, and there's so many ways you could do this and use up those little bitty scraps, gifts. I can already think of one that I'm going to have my granddaughter do when she gets here next week. She's coming to visit for a couple days from Arizona. She's up here seeing her dad, so I'm going to have her for a minute. But I can already think of one that I'm going to have her do for her mom, because I have my little sticker maker, so I just print out, print out a sticker for her to use. I don't like that color. I don't know. I'm going to go with this for now. So I'm going to give it a staple, maybe a couple of them. Maybe ruffle this on the outside, just like that. That way it kind of bunches up around it like a flower. And then glue this down. Look how pretty! You know what I really need to put on here is a hanger this time. I haven't done one with a hanger yet. Oh, there we go. That one's good. Look at that. What do we want it on the back? I kind of want the tails to hang down. So, this just came off of like a bubble bath or something, a gift. It was like on the top of it, I think, but it looked like a picture hanger to me. Do I put it inside or do I fake it? I'm gonna fake it. Watch this. There we go. Yeah, like that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use glue now. And then we're going to use Fabri-Tac so it sticks quick. Stapler out of the way here. A little all over the place today, huh? Okay. So what I want to do is, while I'm faking it, I'm going to cross these over so they are hidden behind there. But it's going to look like they're hanging out here when I get done. Like, so I could do one over and one under. Maybe. Yeah. And then I can trim them after. Come on. Okay, my camera turned off. I thought it was filming. Boy, it's been one thing or another today. It's pretty hot up here in my drone, or in my art room. I've got the AC going, so I hope you can hear me. It warmed right up today. Okay, so I thought I was filming, and I finished this real quick. I added glitter. I put a little more of the floral doily, a little more here, so it's like, it looks like it's coming through. And the last thing I was going to do was put a little bit of this on there. Lord knows I have enough glitter. You could glitter the edge though. I mean, you could glitter away. I just know I'm going to find that fine glitter on everything for a minute now. I should have a glitter box, like the paint spray box. I should have a box that I reach to for all things glitter, because it kind of helps. I think I'll make one when we're done. So there she is, beautiful. I really love the way she came out, and I like that purple pop back there too. She's gorgeous. She's going to be beautiful on a page. So I'm going to set this aside, and we'll get some good pictures of those, put them on the page. Put them on the Facebook group. So I'm going to use this paper now, and I'm going to try to do this fast so my phone doesn't act up on me again. And I am going to use my these scissors this time. And that's about right. Okay. Just cutting off a hunk there. I know that wasn't out of my bit bucket. I'm sorry. Sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. The rest of this is little bitty pieces though. I think I'm going to do like a sideways thing. So it almost looks like a cameo on a choker or something. You could make a belly band out of this. That would be pretty cool. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to stack some lace up behind her real quick here. I keep saying real quick like I can, you know. I still can't see the flowery paper, and I'd like to. How about we use some more tulle, maybe a lighter color? Let's see how that looks. It doesn't look quite right. Nice sheer lace. That'll work, I guess. Just cutting off a hunk. And then I have plans to add some flowers to her. Let's see. Set it off to the side. Get my flowers up, right? Like it matters, but maybe it will. Who knows? Go like that. And how about, I wonder if I can use this peach here while it's peach still. So remember, you can put anything in it the thickness of your shadow box. So, you know, like the pearls and all that stuff, that can be, you know, just decide how thick your shadow box is. I mean, it could be thicker, certainly, but you're going to want to put it in if you're going to put it inside of a journal, you're going to want to do it a little bit differently and think about kind of where, kind of switching it back and forth like a bow almost. And then I wrapped a piece around. You see that? And then I'm just gonna, maybe I don't need that. Maybe I just need that. Alright, we'll do it. Kind of loosely doing that. And then I'm gonna take my stapler again. Spread it all out here. Make sure it's in place. Get the stapler. One is good. There and see how it looks. Oh, she's so pretty. Alright, so before I add that, because I'm gonna put something heavy on it so it can dry. Boy, look at my mess. So that'll be last. Let's see, I do want to do these little flowers here, and then I'm going to do some of those other pink ones, I think. So I gotta decide how long do I want these. I think that'll be okay. I'm gonna get some of this. I don't want it to show, but I want it to be glued properly. So I'm just going to put a lump of that in there and work with it and keep adding stuff to it. Oh, should I put it? No, it's too big. So I'm going to trim some of these a little bit more, I think. A little bit of that right there. Yeah, get in there. Might need my pen or my tweezers. And a little shorter here. And maybe this one goes this way on that side a little bit. A little bit more on that side. Pin is helpful. Didn't really put glue there, did I? I could probably use just tacky glue for this because there's enough stuff to grip to here. More of that. Oh, one of these might work. Okay, I'm gonna cut off this little extra piece here. Just like that. Remember when you cut lace like this, or ribbon that's like this, glue it right away if you are not going to use it right away with the frayed edges, just so it doesn't come undone, unless that's what you're going for. Make sure you put a little, just even a little Elmer's glue in your fingers and kind of hit the edges up. And I think, do we want some of these ones too? Maybe? And these would unravel if I didn't glue them right away. That's how that works. No, we were going to use this one, weren't we? We should have put that one in first. I think I just heard a train really loud hooking up out there. No, she's too big. I don't like that. I mean, I like that rose, I just don't want it to be too big like that. So what about you? So I didn't put glossy accents on the one I just did because it was already glossy because it was a sticker. But I don't like that sound. It means it's almost gone. Let's put one here also. You don't have to use flowers. You can put a little butterfly in there or whatever you like. Whatever's pretty to you. I just think this girl is gorgeous and I don't want to completely cover her. There are, you know, certainly different ways to do it. That looks so even. I'm not an even girl. Cut me. Oh, I don't want to use these scissors on this. Alright. Fine, fine. Come on. Oh, come on. Just like that. And a bit more of this. And put it right here. Going for the uneven. Oh, come on, let go. Where's my pen? Well, her little dress didn't even, or her little neckline didn't even show, all in all. Hey, washi tape would be good for this, too. I was just thinking of that. Let's put one more of these on there. A little shorty one. Maybe two more, I don't know. Yeah, we kind of did her off to the side, so we can do that. Open, close, open, close. My Fabri-Tac's probably a little confused. It didn't dry so fast here. I just put a little puddle out and dipped the stems in. But it gets stringy fast. There. Oh, that's cute. Okay, we're going to put a few pearls in there. And I'm going to use the glossy accents, because I can control where it's at. There. I probably have some smaller ones too. That would be good. I want a little tiny brown one. A little sort of chocolatey one. Another one of those over here. Oh, no, not on her face. When I'm done, I'll probably do a glossy accent just where I can't see stuff. I wonder if I can pull that up. Get it underneath, kind of. Yep. Just like, whoa, just like that. I shouldn't be working on this. I like this paper. I don't want to ruin it. That's the stuff. Woo! I had some little pearls that have roses on them. I should have used those. Those would have been good for this too. Get in there. Yeah, like that. And you. Once again. Get in there. It's a good thing I was probably going to glossy accent her face, because these things are rolling around. Last time I did it before, it's like in my soul, I knew it was going to happen anyway. So I'm not going to use this other one. It's just too big. I'll put it on the outside like I did the last one. Should be using my tweezers. This here. Like that. Oh, no holes showing. Okay, we're almost finished here. Let's see. So I am going to stuff that in there. I'm gonna hang this, I don't know which way. It's like a hanger, you know, so it can look like gravity is in your journal. I think that way. No, I like it the other way. So a little bit of this. We're gonna try to wrap this up real quick now. Life keeps happening. Alright, so this. Oh, that's pretty. Get your tails in order at this point if you're going to have some. Get in there. Oh, it goes the other way. Now if it sticks to your surface, you can always tear off, you know, a little bit. It's a great way to do that if you don't have fabric glue, to sandwich it between two pieces of paper. Alright. So we have our girl here with her flowers. Boy, she's pretty, isn't she? And I'm going to have to put something heavy on her, but I will share a picture after she's finished drying. And if I zhuzh it up anymore, the only other thing I might do would be to, whoa, dent that, add a butterfly, maybe? It's something I'm thinking of. But thank you for joining me today. I hope this was inspiring and your mind is whirling with all the awesome things you could do with this. And not just for junk journals, but, you know, in life. I will share pictures, and I would love it if you guys could share some pictures too, and let me know how you enjoyed this project. I would also love a comment or maybe even a thumbs up if you found some value here and enjoyed this all about. So there it is. This week's all about, for June, our toilet paper tube shadow boxes. You have a wonderful day. Happy crafting. Do what makes your soul sing and stay happy, paper people.